eyes on the ground. Jessie's mom said that Jessie had a talent for finding money, but it wasn't a talent so much as a passion. Most kids wouldn't even bother to pick up a penny if they spotted it, but Jessie never let a coin pass without scooping it up and putting it in her pocket. She also saved her gift money and chore money, and now her lockbox was terrifically heavy and made the most wonderful rattling sound when she shook it. Jessie sat cross-legged on her bed and opened the box. There were dollar bills and coins, the blue ribbon Evan and Jessie had won in the Labor Day contest last summer, several comment cards from her best friend Megan, postcards from her dad, and a handwritten survey about love in the 4th grade, in which someone in her class had admitted to having a crush on Jessie. Anonymously. Jessie wasn't even sure why she kept that particular piece of paper. But every time she decided to throw it out, she ended up putting it back in the lockbox. It was evidence. Of what? She wasn't sure. She stopped for a moment to look at the postcards from her dad. The stamps from Turkey, Afghanistan, Congo, and Rwanda were like little pieces of art. Jessie liked the bright colors and strange pictures. Her parents had been divorced for 3 years now. Her dad sent postcards and packages every few months, and sometimes he came for a visit. But it had been more than a year since she'd seen him. She thought about her dad every night before falling asleep, but she had learned not to ask her mother about him. She never got the answers she wanted. Jessie organized the postcards from oldest to newest and put them aside in a neat pile. Then she turned her attention back to the lockbox. She wanted to take all the coins to the bank and exchange them for dollar bills. But to do that, she had to put all the pennies, nickels, and dimes into the special paper rolls that the bank gave her. 50 pennies for the penny roll, 40 nickels for the nickel roll, and 50 dimes for the dime roll. Jessie knew exactly how much money she had in her lockbox, $81.43. She kept a piece of paper with the current total tucked away at the bottom of the lockbox. Whenever she added more money, she'd change the total. But $81.43 wasn't enough, not for what Jessie wanted. She wanted to open her very own bank account so that her money would be safe, no matter what. Once her money was in the bank, she wouldn't have to worry about losing it or someone stealing it or even the house burning down. It would always be there, safe. That's why they call it a safe. She imagined the big bank vault where the money was kept, because once your money is in a bank, it's safe. Unfortunately for Jessie, the minimum deposit was $100. She was a long way from that amount, with no prospects for earning money, big money, in sight. "Jess, open up!" called Evan from the hallway. "Locked!" shouted Jessie. "Yeah, I know, so open up, would ya?" Jessie closed the lockbox and shoved it under her pillow. Then she went to her door and opened it a crack. Evan stood there with the old book open in his hands. His finger was marking a spot on the page. "What is," he said, pushing the book toward her. "I can't even—" Jessie took the book out of her brother's hands as he walked into her room. Even though she was only 9, Jessie could read at a 10th grade level. She'd been tested. That's one of the reasons she had skipped a year, so that now Evan and Jessie were in the same 4th grade class. She began to read out loud. "The rabbit box. This, as its name indicates, is a box for causing the disappearance of a rabbit. The opening is oval, measuring about 8 inches by 6, and closed by a double flap divided down the middle. See figure 268. As the rabbit requires considerable space and, moreover, involves the necessity of some sort of an enclosure to prevent an unexpected reappearance of the animal, it is a convenient plan to devote to it a small special table. See figure 269. The interior of the table should be well padded with hay, that the animal may not be hurt by its sudden descent." "What the heck is this book?" asked Jessie, flipping to the cover and staring at it. She read the scripty gold letters across the front. "Modern Magic, a Practical Treatise on the Art of Conjuring by Professor Hoffman." "Oh, this is one of Grandma's books. This one is old." She turned to the title.